Three things: the female gaze, TikTok, and dark humor. In this situation, they all align and overlap with each other perfectly, because the person we're going to be talking about today is on TikTok, has had a recent controversy over his dark humor jokes, and apparently is the embodiment of the female gaze. It's quite a stupid and silly situation, if I'm being honest, but it ties into an overarching problem that I see a lot online that has to do with specifically dark humor and how it's not funny. His @ is strangekevin. And this guy is quite quirky and also quite strange. You know, I'm not a hater when it comes to strange people. I've been called weird my whole life. So I get it, Kevin. And props to you for sticking with it. Now, the reason he has so many followers on TikTok is because he does this thing where he stares at the camera and basically gives the camera sexy eyes. It's kind of like this. But not even like that. It's more like this. Like he's giving the camera the fucking Kubrick stare. A couple weeks ago, he started this trend. Some background. I saw this video of his in my For You page. And I had seen videos of his in my For You page. And they just got tagged like acting and stuff. I've never really looked at his profile before all of this happened. So I just thought he was like a dude who is good at acting or something. It's not that though, which was the surprising part of it. Side note, if you hear banging noises or concerning sounds, it's fine. There's like construction being done right now below me. I see this post by him, has a lot of likes. I'm like, what is this? And he's lip syncing to a Justin Bieber song. Boyfriend, you know, if I was your boyfriend. I prefer the Big Time Rush song, Boyfriend. I think that's the superior song. And I thought it was like a confidence challenge. That's what I thought it was. Because he was singing parts of the song. He's like acting all shy and like, oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. And then the song says, let me talk to you. He looks at the camera like this. This video in particular really, really blew up. So I tried it and I thought it was like an acting challenge. And then I look through the videos under the sound and I find out it's not an acting challenge. It's like, it says male versus female gaze. And I'm confused because that's not what those terms mean. So, because I guess him staring at the camera is the embodiment of female gaze. And this is where I got lost. This is where I got a little confused. I'll be honest with you guys. Actually, the actual definition of female gaze has nothing to do with an actual gaze. Like, I'm like, I think you guys might be taking it a little too literally. I think people on TikTok need to look up something. Need to not even do that. Just take a breather and think. Focus on a video for more than 5 seconds. But I know it's impossible for their attention spans to do that. The female gaze is a feminist term referring to the gaze of the female spectator, character, or director of an artistic work. But more than the gender, it is an issue of representing women as subjects having agency. As such, all genders can create films with a female gaze. So it's basically women writing women. A really big example of this is the Harley Quinn movies. Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad, she's dressed very sexually provocative. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's clear that her character is sort of feeding to a male fantasy of a baddie. Harley Quinn in Birds of Prey, that was directed by a woman. She's not dressed as provocatively. She's a lot more empowered in herself as a woman. It's not just her sexuality. And I think when men are portrayed in the male gaze, a lot of the time, you know, they have a six-pack. They're ripped as fuck. They're huge. Like Chris Hemsworth was in Thor: Love and Thunder, right? When they're portrayed for women to enjoy, they might be portrayed more feminine. They might be more covered up, skinnier perhaps, not a conventionally attractive man. The person is not being objectified, and it is in an artistic sense. So when I see people using the term for this, I was flabbergasted, and I gotta admit, it bothered me. What I've picked up as to what people mean by Kevin being the embodiment of the female gaze is when he looks at the camera and gives serial killer eyes. Apparently, he's not acting for men. In that instance, the fact that there were so many women absolutely drooling over him meant that apparently he was the embodiment of the female gaze, because he could look at a camera and give fuck me eyes. There's a lot of men on TikTok who are not conventionally attractive, but they're not waltzing around TikTok being like, I am the embodiment of female gaze. After this guy blew up, of course, something had to follow that. Something had to come about, something from his past that wasn't good. Because when someone gets popular online, there are always sleuths, internet sleuths, who try to find anything on them to make them lose their platform, to make people hate them. So some stuff comes out about him. Some TikToks that were posted around 2019, 2020. Apparently this guy is 22. So the stuff that came out about him was recent. And I think that's important because there are 3 categories as to whether people are not going to like you anymore. The shitty stuff that you did, was it recent? Have you shown a pattern of behavior? And have you profusely and utterly apologized for it? He didn't apologize. He has a pattern of behavior, and they were very recent. Hey everyone, it's me 3 days later. It's Monday, and I was just editing this video. And when I filmed the video on Friday, this past Friday for me, I had to stop in the middle of it to do something on my phone. And when I set my camera back up, the angle was god-awful, and the quality of the video looked like I filmed it on a toaster. And the audio quality sounded like it was recorded in outer space. So for the sake of all of you, and because I care about the quality of my videos, I am refilming it now. So where past me left off was the female gaze. Now we're gonna get into his old TikToks. Again, these are from only about 2 or 3 years ago. This one isn't really graphic, but it still is obviously bad. It says, "You're gonna be a dad." And, he pulls off his gamer headset. Oh, my fucking bitch of a girlfriend's bothering me. Hey, what's up? You're gonna be a dad. And then it shows a picture of Chris Brown, which, if you don't know, Chris Brown this is actually a mugshot of him. Has multiple domestic violence charges on him. He's not a great guy, so he's basically joking, I'm gonna be a domestic abuser because my girlfriend's pregnant. How funny. So one of the other videos that people have brought up is he lays his head on his girlfriend's tummy, after a long day of making sketches about hitting women. I like to lay my head on my girlfriend's stomach. And he feels kicking. And then he beats up his girlfriend and blood comes out of her mouth. That's vile. That is so fucking disgusting. A miscarriage is an awful thing for someone to go through. Losing your child, not only is he beating up someone, a woman in this scenario, but he's killing someone's child. That's fucked up. I love the caption on this. Just jokes. And one of the hashtags is #abuse.
Bruh.
Just jokes. This one, me raging at the game. Because, all men are violent and aggressive beings. You just rage at the game. Oh, fuck. This fucking fictional game. Oh, it makes me so mad. Listen, I rage at games a lot too. I'm a gamer and I have raged hard. But I don't hurt other people. Come off the game and lay with me. Needy bitch of a girlfriend. Shush, I'm in the middle of a game. Come on. How about you make me? He grabs her and throws her onto a countertop and her head is bleeding. That is peak comedy. Peak comedy. What is also disturbing, this says, take notes. How about no? No. That's what's concerning about these videos is I know for a fact that the people watching this are the boys who are being raised off of fucking Andrew Tate, who are going to watch this and, first of all, think it's funny, which is not. Think it's humorous, and it's not. They're going to grow up to be the least funny people ever. Second of all, think it's okay to do this, and could very quite possibly end up being domestic abusers when they grow up. This one says, asking a bi girl who her favorite rapper is. And she says Tyler, the Creator. Joke is that he hits her.
If one of y'all says some silly ass name, this whole class is gonna feel my wrath.
You mean Denise? Or no?
I hit her with that jab. How dare you like a musician, you fucking bitch! And then there's 2 more that surprisingly don't have to do with hitting women. This one doesn't even make any sense. Arab dad. Hey, dad, and their child comes up and says, Dad, can you pay for my transition surgery? Osama bin Laden is somehow in this equation. I'll give it a 9 out of 11. All that in, what, 15 seconds? How did you fit that much in 15 seconds? What I'm interpreting is trans people are bad, and we have terrible people like Hitler, Osama bin Laden, and Ted Bundy in our peripherals, in our brain. It's like, you know, the angel and devil, except we have Ted Bundy and Hitler and Osama bin Laden on our shoulders. Now, we've gone over 2 things already. Were these posts recent? Yes, they were. They were from about only 2 years ago. Was there a pattern of behavior? And did he improve from it? Yes, there was a pattern of behavior, and as far as I know, he has not improved from it. Now, the third aspect of this triangle of cancellation is, did you profusely apologize for it and admit that you were in the wrong? In this case, guess what he did? No, he didn't do that. Who would have fucking guessed? So he has a live, and he says this, that he is not gay. And then he goes on live on his TikTok, after his, I should add, alleged ex-girlfriend accused him of manipulating her. He goes on live and says this.
When Strange Kevin lies on live.
Anybody calling me gay? I am not gay. I am not part of the LGBT community. Let that be said from my mouth, from my lips.
I've seen that there's a few claims of an ex-girlfriend. I am a gay man. There was no ex-girlfriend. That did not happen in this timeline. Maybe in a multiverse. I like men. Men. Hold on. Do you not hear it by the music I'm playing?
So which one is it, dude? It's obvious he's taken the route of trolling now that he's been canceled. Another thing he's doing on live is lying to people. Twice. Once on TikTok and one on YouTube. Let's watch the YouTube one first.
Guys, you got the wrong guy, bro. You got the wrong guy. Okay, I've never done anything bad in my life, dude. I've never made a mistake. I've never tripped. I've never walked out of the house with my shoe untied. I've never not brushed my teeth. Maybe that's a lie. But guys, you have to believe me. I've never done anything bad. Ever. I'm a perfect human.
So obviously is trolling, because that's a lie. And I don't know what the point of him saying that was. Was it to say everybody makes mistakes? And he's being satirical, right? Basically, the point of saying that is everyone makes mistakes. Why am I being attacked for this? That was your mistake? Making multiple videos about the same joke when you were a grown adult? That was your mistake. And if it was such a big mistake, you'd think you would apologize for it. Because that's what you do when you do something wrong. You apologize for it. But instead, you are, again, being the comedy legend that you think you are and joking on live about, I've never made a mistake, guys.
Okay, I'm not going to be led to believe that this person is me. It is not me. That is not me. That person has nothing to do with me.
Keep in mind the blue ceiling.
If what he goes by Kevin, congratulations. I'm glad that that's his name.
That I'm gonna be releasing to the public. Oh my.
It's literally here! It's the fucking video! Right here!
So thank you to Gag Ganma for that, for disproving Kevin's lies. Even without that, it's literally him in the video. That is you. That's obviously you in the video. His very distinct physical characteristics. So he went on YouTube live, right, a few times, just reacting to people stitching his videos. And basically what he does is watch these videos and then proceeds to try to find poor ways to make fun of these people. But I say poor because he fails at it spectacularly, because it's not funny.
He thought he ate. He thought he ate. It's always the twinks. No, stop. I'm not saying nothing no more. Chat, I'm PC now. I'm PC. You understand? I am fucking PC.
People are going to criticize you, and people are definitely going to dislike you, because not everybody likes you. You have to be able to handle people not liking you and people making fun of you and people disagreeing with you, which clearly he cannot, because he went on an hour-long live reacting to posts. As they were being posted, this woman makes this post, this black woman. I need to clarify this. This was posted 5 minutes ago when he's doing this live. That's how obsessed he is with himself, is that he's reacting to stitches that people made with him 5 minutes ago. Hey man, chill. Get off the app. So she says, wasn't this the face that guys make when they're about to kiss you and we say it's really cringe? And now it's a female gaze. So he proceeds to look up the barrel of a double shotgun.
Aren't we just saying that this is the face that guys make when they're about to kiss you and like it's really cringe, and now they're saying that this is the female gaze?
Joking about her nose looking like that. Hey, not funny. It's not like black people have been persecuted for their physical characteristics. No, that has never happened. And it's not like people have notoriously made fun of black people for their noses and their African features. That's never happened. Just making fun of people because he cannot take a fucking joke. Because he cannot deal with criticism. But he does this for the whole live stream. He just watches videos of people making videos about him. And I know everybody who's online is a little bit conceited, because you have to be conceited for me to sit down right now and talk to a camera. There's no one here right now. For me to sit down and do this and to say this to you, I'm very conceited, because I'm sitting here believing that people are going to listen to what I have to say. You know, some people aren't made out to be a streamer. Some people are not good at streaming. And yeah, Kevin, you're up there. My raw videos are an hour plus long of me basically staring out the window and saying nothing, thinking about what I'm about to say. I would not be good at live streaming. That's why I don't do it. Kevin, you're not good at live streaming, and I think you need to step away from the setup. I think you need to step outside and get a life and find something else to do instead of just digging your grave deeper and deeper and deeper. You can make jokes about dark stuff, but it needs to be so tasteful. I can guarantee you there's no person, no woman specifically, who has been through domestic violence, who has experienced any sort of physical assault on them as a person, who has watched these videos and thought that they are funny. Because it's not funny if the whole butt of the joke is that a woman is getting hit. Was the offense grave enough for him to have lost his TikTok? I'm not sure if this actually violates TikTok's community guidelines. I think TikTok's community guidelines are stupid, and most of the time when people get banned, it's not a rightful ban. So actually 4 days ago, he posted a video on his YouTube. I think it was called Addressing Everything. First of all, he addressed his domestic violence videos, and I think the way he addressed it was good. If you want to watch his video, you can go ahead and watch it. I'm not going to get into it because the video is almost an hour long, and it's a lot to go through, but I do think the way he addressed it, he was like, that wasn't okay for me to say that. I shouldn't have done that. The racial comments, which I brought up earlier, and he apologized for them, and he's like, I understand how that came across as racist, and I shouldn't have done that. And he said he was sorry for that. And then he went into his transphobic content and said, I shouldn't have joked about that. Joking about stuff and like that and being transphobic is not okay. And then he addresses him saying, it's not me. Whoa, right? He says he shouldn't have handled it like that. And he definitely should not have went that route as being so overly satirical and sarcastic when he should have actually addressed it. For most of the video, he went through 3 women, Tay Pookie, and he went through another girl called Claudia and another woman called Tanaya, and he went through and addressed all of that and gave his side of the story. I'm not going to get into that because I don't think I should be talking about that, because that is a real life situation. If you want to know what he had to say on it, you can check out his video. He talks very in length about those 3 women and their relationship that he had with them. But trigger warning for like discussions on abuse, because he does talk about it a lot with those 3 women. And he also addresses sexuality. He's like, I don't want to really divulge my sexuality. I really just say to everyone that I'm like pansexual. So there's the answer on that. In my opinion, I think he addressed it decently. Obviously, there's still going to be people who don't like him. I personally still don't like him, and I personally don't find what he did to be very forgivable, and I wasn't a big fan of him in the first place anyway, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Kevin, I forgive you. Thank you so much for this apology. I really don't care that much. Let me know if you checked out his apology. Do you forgive him for this? Because I do think he apologized in a pretty decent way, but it's just the 2 past weeks where he just dug his hole so fucking deep. He didn't have to do that. And I think if he didn't do that, there'd be a lot of people who would have eventually forgiven him for the stuff that he said in the past and for these allegations that came out against him and stuff. But he didn't do that. He made it so much worse. And he acknowledges in the video, like, I understand why people hate me. I'm glad you can acknowledge that. So, and that's not me saying that people cannot make a mistake and then grow from it, right? I'm not saying that, like, people cannot apologize and then in turn be forgiven for it. I'm just saying, for me personally, someone who's been through like abuse and stuff, and I'm not gonna get into it, right? But who's heavily experienced stuff like that, this is just something that I don't even care. Like, that trans joke is stupid. Like, I don't really care about silly stuff like that. It's just stuff like that, like the domestic abuse stuff that he posted. It's just not funny to me. And it really, really is deeply offends me. I personally cannot forgive the guy for it. And like I said, I wasn't like a fan of him or anything either, so I don't have that need to forgive him. Like, if this was someone I really liked and I find out that they did this and they apologize, I might go back and be like, okay, I forgive you. But seeing as I didn't like him in the first place, it's just, why would I,
Because I'm guessing what happened was there was a ton of people who already didn't like this guy for whatever reason, didn't like his little stares, and they saw these videos and they went back on his account while they were still up, and people just mass reported these videos, and he got so many community violations that his TikTok was banned. That's basically the end of this video. I really, really want to hear all of your thoughts on this guy and this whole situation. I just thought that was a really interesting topic. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, you can subscribe. And make sure to turn on your notification bell so you know when I post a video. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope it was informative, and I hope it was funny. And I'll see you next one. Bye.